Okay, welcome back to Maths Digest. I still remain your tutor, Mr. Pascal Onwukwali. Okay, today we are looking at factorization of quadratic expression. Okay, now, when you talk about quadratic expression or quadratic factors, okay, looking at this, we take factors of an expression are those factors whose components form the what? The expression itself. Now, if you look at this, these are the expression of these factors. These things now, so this can equally be said to be the what? The factors of this expression, because with this, when you multiply out, you have this, okay? When you multiply out with this, you have this. So these are the expression you get from what? These factors. Okay? Now, this expression can either be what? Binomial. Binomial in the sense that you have what? Maybe A. Okay? It can either be what? Binomial, where you have okay, there you have a squared plus x, or you can have it to be trinomial. Okay, at this point you have 3. You can okay, so this is trinomial. You can equally have polynomial. Okay, all right. So when we have this kind of thing, okay, what denotes whether it's monomial or binomial or trinomial or polynomial is the what? The power of the first unknown, the power of the first term here. That is A, and this is A squared, and coming to this side now, trinomial, you see A squared, and this we have the middle term, and we have what? The constant. Okay? Alright, so we are going to explain more on this with further examples, so stay tuned, okay? Well, we'll bring you this, but if you find it anything difficult from my explanation because of we're trying to rush because of the timing the video is taking, okay? You can feel free and ask us questions in the comment section, and don't forget to share anything you wish to ask on. All right, so have a nice time with us. Okay, welcome back to the examples. When we are dealing with factorization of quadratic expression, what we do here is we have to consider the nature of the expression. That will give you the kind of method you are going to attack the expression with. And if you look at this, we have 3 examples here. These 3 examples explain some things. Now, if you look at the first one, you talk about looking at factors. When you look at the expression, you see that there are common factors, or rather common terms in each of the entity. So we take it as a factor. Okay, and if you look at the second one, it has 4 entities. Okay, look at this. You can attack this by grouping. Okay, these are methods of what? Factorization. And this other one you can see trial or error method. We equally call it scissors method. So whichever one you are given, always look at what you need to do on them. Okay, so quickly we go. Okay, this is the first one. So this first one, we are going to bring out this common term and make it the factor of this expression, okay? So with this is just the answer, okay? There's nothing else you can do here. So this is the factor of this expression, okay? Now the second one, The second one says AP. Okay, AP minus 2AQ plus 2BQ minus B minus BP. Okay, now I want us to pay attention here. Whenever you are talking about grouping, okay, we are going to group it in such a way that when you bring out any factor or any term that is common between the two entities, the arrangement will remain perfect. I mean, you take the ones that has the common factors, you start writing it down out before the other one. Okay, now look at this. If you look at this, we have AP, we have AQ. Okay, and if we look at these two, we have A as the common term. Okay, now for this, now we have 2Q, rather we have B, we have B here as the common term. Okay, and if we leave it like this, you see that P is here, but P will be here. So what we'll do now, we're going to rearrange this expression, okay, so that it will suit in well. Now look at what I'm going to do. Okay, now I'm going to rewrite this expression to be so this is still the same thing as what we have here. The only thing is just I did rearrangement for it to suit in well for what we're about to do. Okay, now we are going to group them. Remember, this is the method we are using here is grouping. Okay, so we have grouped these two things. Okay, now from here we say, okay, the common term here is what? A. So we bring it out from the brackets. Okay, now coming to this place, we have what? We have common term to be what? B. We say minus B. Okay, now minus B. If minus B divide this, we have what? Only P. Okay, now remember we are dividing with what? A negative sign here. Pay attention, please. We are dividing with a negative sign here. So it's just like saying 2BQ over minus B. So you see that plus minus in division, we obey what? The same thing. We say that the answer is going to come out what? A negative sign. Okay, so this will only cancel this, and we have what? This negative sign coming out with for the what? The answer. So we have minus 2Q. Okay, so we'll bring in here, we have minus 2Q. So if you look at what we have in the bracket here and what we have here, they are the same thing. Okay, so quickly we say, therefore, A minus B in brackets, another bracket, P minus 2Q. So these are the what? The factors of this second one. Okay, so quickly we are going to take the third one. Okay, okay, for this third example, let's remember this is factorization by trial and error, or we call it scissors method. So in this we first of all consider these two. Okay, (6a squared and minus 10 minus 10. Okay, that's the constant. Okay, now on this we find out the factors of this and factors of this. Okay, now we say 6a and a, if you multiply it together, it will give you this. Okay, now let's look at this side. This is 5 and minus 2. So this times this will give you minus 10. Okay, now let's check this. If you multiply this with this, you are going to get minus 12. Okay, let's start with this that doesn't have minus first. This times this, we have 5a, and this times this, we have minus 12a. Remember, what we are looking now for is the one that when you add it together, it will give you 11a. After you must have gotten the factors of these two, you look for the one that when you add it together after the cross multiplication, the scissors method, cross multiplication. Okay, when you add it together, it will give you the middle term, which is 11a. Okay, now if you look at this, if you add this together, you're going to get minus 7a, which is not 11a. Okay, now let's take another one. We can decide to, we can take 3a, 2a. When you multiply this together, you have this. Okay, now for this we can say when you multiply this together, you have this minus 10. Okay, now let's try this. You have other ones like maybe so with all this, anyone, when we are done with all of them, anyone that gives us the middle term, that's the middle term, 11a, will serve as what? As the combination we are going to use to further solve this. Okay, now for this, we say this times this will give us 15a. While this times this will give us minus 4a. Okay, now when you add this together, you have yes, this will give us 11a. 11a. Okay, but it's not going to, okay, yes, 11a, positive 11a. So this is actually what you're going to use. Let's see if we still have another one from these ones. Now from this, we say this times this will give us minus, okay, let's start with the positive one first. This times this will give us 10a. And this times this will give us minus 6a. So this minus this is 4a. So this is not the right one. We go for this. This times this will give us 20a. While this times this will give us minus 3a. Okay, so when you add this, we have 17a. So we see that the only one that gave us the true answer is this. Okay, now we are going to use this to what? We're going to use this to replace what we have at the middle term here. I mean, that's this. Now we replace this. So with this we have Okay, so this is the same equation. We rewrite it to this. Okay, now with this we group the expression. So from here now we say, what's the common term here? What can divide the both sides here? We say 3a. So 3a into this we have 2a. 3a into this we have 5. Okay? Now we come again here and say, what is the common factor here? We have 2. So we say minus 2. Minus 2 into this we have 2a. Okay? Now, remember what we did in the first one, or rather the second example here. We talked about division with what? Minus sign. So this expression here, dividing this, can be simply stated like this: minus 10 over minus 2. Okay? When you say minus 10 over minus 2, remember minus minus we cancel and be what? Plus. So this, divide this now, will give you 5. So we have positive 5 here, plus 5. Now if you look at this expression now, you see that this and this, they are the same thing. Okay, so we can quickly say, okay, so we can quickly say 3a minus 2 in brackets 2a plus 5 in brackets. So these factors are actually the what? The factor of this expression here. Okay, so this is the final answer. We can stop at this point. Okay, so that is the examples we have to explain a little on factorization of quadratic expression. So if there are still any questions you need to ask on all these examples, please use this comment section and ask us questions so that we can give you further explanation for better understanding. Okay, we're trying to rush. We're sorry for that. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and do what? Subscribe and share to all your friends so that they can equally benefit from this. Thank you very much, and God bless you.